Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Headbangers Closet. It's your pal Brett here. Hope everyone's doing well. This video is just going to be a collection update video. I got some stuff in the last, couple weeks, and wanted to show you guys what I got. Some of these things are new items. One of them is a gift, and then some of them are just kind of, filling holes in the collection. I guess at this point in my collecting, there's some holes. There's some items that you had on CD and I never really got on vinyl. I want to get them, or items I had. There's one in particular I'm going to show in this video that got ruined some time ago, so I need to replace. So a couple of things, like I said, just new stuff, new releases, and then just filling holes in the collection. So first up, we've got this killer picture disc from Mastodon, the Blood Mountain album. This was a gift from my good buddy Mark Perkis. He's a huge Mastodon fan. He knows I live down here in Atlanta. This is where Mastodon is from. And although I'm not the biggest Mastodon fan, I've seen them live a bunch of times. And usually they were the openers. Gosh, I must have seen them live 10 or 12 times, even at little clubs when they kind of just started out. All as openers. I dig them. I just never really been the biggest Mastodon fan. But I was telling Mark that the guy who just passed away, Brent Hines, I think. I'm not a huge fan. I don't really know if, I think he's the guitar player. Anyway, he passed away recently. And I was telling Mark that he tattooed me. This tattoo right here, he tattooed me. And at the time, I did not know he was not a tattoo artist. I went to a place called the Black Rose Tattoo in East Atlanta. And the guy that I had an appointment with was a no-show. Well, there was this guy sitting there, and the person at the desk was like, you can either leave, make an appointment, or stick around and somebody else will tattoo you when they get a chance. And he raised his hand, like, I'll tattoo. So I thought he was an artist. I mean, he had tattoos all over, so I figured he was an artist. And told him what I wanted. He kind of drew it up, started working on me, and it wasn't until he was about done that I looked at it, and I was like, man, this is bad. Like, this is not a good tattoo, and I got to pay for it, which I did. Gave him a tip, because I'm a polite guy, right? Didn't want to make a scene, but I was pretty mad. Like, I got a really bad tattoo. The reason I wanted this on my arm, it was pretty sentimental. My grandfather was in a B-17 bomber during World War II, and the only picture I have of my grandfather is him in front of the bomber, and on the nose is a pinup girl painted, and I wanted that on my arm, and he did it, and it's bad. It's really bad. And this must have been around maybe just before their first album, after their first album. He didn't seem like he was high or anything to me. When he did it, it's just a bad tattoo. But I don't know, it's a cool story, right? It's a good story. I did not find out that was not a tattoo artist, and that was actually the guy at Mastodon till years later. So yeah, funny story, but thanks to my good buddy Mark sending me Mastodon's Blood Mountain picture disc. Check it out, and yeah, looking forward to listening to that. All cool guys. I've met a bunch of them. I met all of them at one point in time or another. And one of the guys, I don't know if he's the drummer or not, but him and his wife are at every metal show in Atlanta. And he's always the nicest dude, taking pictures with people, signing autographs, say hello to you. He's a really cool guy. So, and the rest of them are pretty cool dudes as well. Next item I have is a EP from Trencher. It is called Skull Crusher. This is actually their 2 EPs on 1 LP. Good stuff. This is from Heretic Records in San Francisco. Awesome speed metal. Yeah, just if you dig speed metal, this is, you're gonna like this. Killer riffs, good solos, good vocals, just fast, punches you right in the face. It's really, really good album. Check it out. Trencher LP album's called Skull Crusher, and when you buy it, they send you some stickers. And here's the sticker. You get a Heretic Records sticker, which I don't know where it is, but you get this San Fran 666 Co. Bay Area Metal sticker, and then the postcard with what other bands they have on their label. And if you follow them on Instagram, Heretic Records, the main guy does these killer reviews of albums from Bay Area metal bands. Everything from like the classic stuff, Exodus, Testament, Metallica, all the way to stuff to now, like new bands coming out. So it's really cool. Check him out on Instagram. He does really good reviews. So one of the items I just kind of wanted to fill the hole. I had the CD, but never the album. Whiplash Ticket to Mayhem, one of my favorite thrash metal bands in the 80s. And this has my favorite Whiplash tune on it, which is The Burning of Atlanta. Just a killer track, killer album. Glad I'm finally able to find an original copy and get it in the collection. It is on Road Racer Records. So pretty cool. Really glad to get this one. The other one, Insult to Injury, came out in '89. I'm still trying to get that on vinyl. Crazy expensive. Next one is just a single that I've always wanted. It's one that's been on my radar, but I never really actively went looking for it until recently. It's Eccentric's Ghostbusters. Their take on the famous Roy Parker Jr. tune from the Ghostbusters movie. And on side B of it, you've got two songs, Nobody's Perfect and Interrogate. Two really good songs. But the Ghostbuster song is really cool. I love covers, but I really like when metal bands do covers of songs that aren't metal, like pop tunes, and put their own spin on it. And this thing just sounds really, really cool. Go check it out. It sounds really good. You're going to like it. But Eccentric's doing Ghostbusters. Next we have an album that I actually had, and then I kind of ruined it, so I had to replace it. It's Exhumer's Rising from the Sea, and I picked up the High Roller Records splatter version. Really, really cool. High Roller Records does an awesome job putting out stuff. They throw everything but the kitchen sink in these things. You get great, liner notes and pictures of the band and everything like that. Posters. There's an actual pretty big poster of this album cover, which I'm not going to pull out, but Exhumer's Rising from the Sea. Love this band. Another of my favorite 80s thrash bands. Sounds a lot like early Slayer to me. And then yet another one. I'm just trying to fill the holes in the collection. Metal Church's The Dark. A ton of bricks. Just a killer tune. I'm glad I'm able to get this one. Add it to the collection. Get an OG copy on Elektra Records. And it's got that pretty big amount of ringwear right there, but if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you guys will know I kind of like that. A lot of my old records I've had since I was a kid have that. I call it loved, right? Somebody loved that album. They've had it long enough. They played it. It was on their shelves. They probably tossed it around their rooms, and it's got that, worn, not in excellent condition look. I dig that. So next one we have is the new album from Celestial Wizard. It's called Regenesis. These guys are from Denver. And to classify these guys, I talked about their last record, which was absolutely kick-ass. But to classify these guys, they do a little bit of everything. You've got thrash metal, you've got black metal, you've got power metal, traditional metal, speed metal. They just run the gamut of all the heavy metal subgenres. Just great stuff. This is the latest album. Just came out this year, a couple months ago. This is on Orange Marble. But really, really good stuff. A lot of great, just like sing-along choruses. Great heavy chugging riffs. Awesome solos. Gang vocals. Like I said, they run the gamut of the subgenres of heavy metal all in one band. These guys are really good. They're really talented. They don't really... they've gone on a few tours. They don't really go outside of like that area of Denver, those states out there, and the Rockies. They've never come anywhere out the East Coast that I've seen. But their last album is so good. They put it out, and then a record company picked them up and put out the vinyl. So the vinyl came out the year after the album was released. So it wasn't in my best of video for that year. But had it been, it would have been one or two for that year. And I've shown that album a couple times on this channel. But check it out, Celestial Wizard. You guys won't be disappointed. They're really, really good. Next one we have is Gruesome's Savage Land. I just showed this album. Just got this album maybe about a month or two ago, but I showed this album on my last video, 10 albums that scream death metal, a spin-off video that Mark over at Metal Never Dies did. But check that out. I mean, come on, look at that cover right there. I could not include that in that video, but awesome record. This is probably my favorite death, yeah, because it's death, basically, worship, I guess some people call it. But Gruesome, my favorite Gruesome album by far. I can't get enough of this thing. Been spinning it ever since I got it, but awesome. Pink and white marbled vinyl. Looks really, really sharp. From Relapse Records, just great stuff. But check these guys out. They came to Atlanta a few weeks ago, and I was sick, so I didn't get to go to the concert, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But really like Gruesome. I've liked them for a while. This is my favorite one. And last, but certainly not least, the latest from Haunt. This is called Ignite. And if you dig Haunt, you're going to dig Ignite. I mean, it's everything that you love about Haunt. Trevor does such a great job with that just traditional American heavy metal. And he also does a great job with the collecting type stuff for people like me. Lots of different versions of the vinyl and cassette tape, CD, shirts, whatnot. Puts it all in Bandcamp. This is the clear and orange splatter. Always puts out great stuff. Just the quality of everything he puts out is so good as well. Just kind of show you guys just the great, sleeve, and then you get just this killer booklet. I mean, it's like Ignite. It's like a 15-page booklet with pictures of the guys playing live. It's only basically Trevor and Sam. These are the two guys. These are like the mainstays. The guy in the band, Trevor, lead vocals and guitar, and Sam, bass. And then the other guys, both of these guys right here, are in the band called Saber. And then they're just like the touring guys for the band. I think Trevor and Sammy record everything and play all the instruments on the albums, and then the other two guys just jump on. I was able to see them for the first time a couple months ago when they came to Atlanta, like in the early spring. They put on a phenomenal show. It was before this album was released, obviously, but great show. There's lyrics to the song. It's just a huge booklet. You get so much stuff, all the lyrics to the tunes, a lot of cool pictures and artwork, stuff like that. So really cool stuff from Trevor and Haunt. Always puts out such quality, physical merchandise and physical media for the fans. Can't really go wrong with buying anything that he puts out. And you're supporting a great dude and a guy that's been doing it for a while and always has tons and tons of stuff, whether it's from Haunt or if it's Beastmaker. Doesn't really matter. He just puts out great stuff. So anyway, guys, there you have it. There's my collection update, the latest items in my collection. Hope you guys dig it. Appreciate everybody checking out the channel. Leave me a comment down below if you want to talk about any of these albums. I love talking about this stuff with you guys. So, like I said, appreciate everybody checking out the channel and the video, and I'll have another video for you guys very soon. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy your week.